researcher with BIT in the London office. I'm here at the calibration station. This is research that I've been doing for about 10 years now. It's a very simple concept that, in my experience, you can explain it to children and they'll understand it, but most people have never heard about it. There is a simple way to explain it, which is to start by talking about overconfidence, asking people if they know what that means. In my experience, everyone has heard that word before, overconfidence. They usually explain it as somebody who has too much confidence, like too much isn't a bad thing. Or if you imagine their ability is actually here and they think it's here, like they think they're an above average driver or they're uniquely well qualified to start a business or run a restaurant, but it's all about that difference. When you ask people, who do you think is overconfident? They often think of a man. If you then ask them, well, what's the opposite of that? They're not always sure. Overconfidence, what's the opposite of that? Well, it's like overweight, the opposite is underweight. Overconfidence, the opposite is underconfident. People often haven't heard that word, but if you think about it, it makes sense. That's when your ability is here and your actual perception of yourself is here. I see that a lot when I manage young women especially, where they could be quite high performing, but they don't really believe it about themselves. Other people might give them feedback, you're doing really well, and they don't believe it. So it can be quite sticky. Overconfidence and underconfidence, they can be quite sticky. They can be quite fixed aspects of people's personalities. Now, the interesting thing is, everyone knows the two concepts. So what's this thing in the middle? If overconfidence is here and underconfidence is here, what's that in the middle? Is it just confidence? That doesn't seem right the way most people use that word. If I say I want my children to be confident, do I mean, okay, I want them to have, what's this, accurate beliefs about reality? That's not how that word is used. And it's because confidence isn't quite the right word. We don't really have a word in English for it. The word we're trying to make people aware of is this idea of calibration. That's what's in the middle. Not too much, not too little. Calibration, the right amount of confidence. You could think of it as grounded confidence.